Hey, everybody. Me and my running late self. Wow, this was a decent show, but I was running late, like running late. And I wanted to definitely be here for this show regarding respect for your man, respect for men. And I've heard so many men say that they respect is more important than love, or they'd rather take love over respect, right? And I kind of understand that because to them, respect is love. And women, there was a survey done by this group, this couple, this lady, and I can't remember her name right now, but she did a survey and she asked the question between the men and the women. Would you rather be unloved and alone, or would you rather be disrespected or disrespected and not given the what's due to you as a man? And almost every one of the men said they would rather be alone and unloved than to be disrespected. So when a woman says she loves him, it's not the same thing as being respected. Saying saying I respect you doesn't have the same thing as I love you to me. I found out, or this person found out, that men really need to hear things like, I'm proud of what you do, I trust you, and I thank you, more than they need to hear someone saying that they love them. Because he'd rather be respected than to be disrespected. Okay. And I understand that. I kind of get that. I'm trying to read books that will give me the information and the tools to understand why men feel the way they feel, right? That respect is paramount, and how we as women show respect to men and our men is very important. It's ways that they need to be shown that they're respected. Not necessarily told, but showed that they're respected, right? And so I narrowed it down from a choice of some. Some didn't overlapped and whatnot. Why men feel respected, how they need to feel respected, and whatnot. And I came up and I sort of came up with four of those, right? Four paramount ways in which men need to be shown respect. And I think we need to put this in practice. Every time we have a discussion, every time we get involved with a man, every time we get involved with a relationship, I think we women need to practice this. And I want people to either call or to come up and then explain to me which one I may have missed, which one I may have said wrong or didn't understand. Because I'm going to give you four. I'm not saying this is the totality of the things, the way men need to be shown respect. I'm not saying that's a totality. What I am saying is these are the four main ones. I could make a list, a whole list of ways they need to be respected. But I'm putting the four right here in the front, and let's talk about them, right? The first one, the first one is to respect his judgment. This means respecting his opinions, the decisions he makes. You show this respect by not questioning the authority and his knowledge or arguing about the decisions. This is a part of that submission people are talking about. You defer to him. You look to him for advice. These are the things that show him respect. Respecting his judgment, what he has to say, when he has to say it, and you defer to that. That's that submission piece. Respect the abilities of this man. Let a man be a man. Let him figure out what he needs to figure out. Men have a need to drive and conquer the world in whatever way he needs to do it. Whatever way he needs to feel more like a man. Okay? That doesn't mean you go behind him and tell him he needs to do this or he forgot to do that, this, that, and the third. That's not your job. Your job is to build up. As a female, your job is to build up, not tear down. You have to respect his abilities as a man. And a lot of people don't do that. She nags him. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Da 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 da. And comes along with that is respecting what he has done, what he has accomplished, what he has worked for. That's a part of respecting a man. It's important. This is important. People want to be validated. And when a man does something well, he needs to be acknowledged that he does these things well. Okay. Where we need the validation, us women need validation, like, am I pretty enough? Did I do what you wanted? Am I special to you? Am I special in this relationship? We need that kind of validation. A man needs the kind of validation of, I measure up just like every other man. Please hit the like button if you want to come in and you like the content. Please hit the like button, please. That would be nice. When women say, you did that, but, or it was right, it was the right way, but when you have a but, that undermines whatever somebody has done. That undermines whatever that man has done. And we're in the process right now of building men up, not tearing them down. They need to be told that you are proud of them, that they have done a good and honorable thing. They have lived up to their standards. You let a man be a man, do what he has to do. Respect when you speak to him. Respect when you communicate with him. We as women have the power to browbeat a man. Nobody wants to be browbeat when they walk in the door. A lot of times we push buttons and we're not supposed to be pushing those buttons. Even though we may or may not know that we're doing that, we're still doing that because we have to take care of how we speak to men. But a lot of men don't hear us saying the things we say. See, here's the thing. It's not what you say, it's what I hear. And I think that was a part of the problem that women had with Kevin Samuels. It wasn't what he said, but how I heard it. All we heard was, you a fat ass bitch and you don't deserve anything. That's what I think people heard. So I'm saying to you all, it's not what you say, it's how I hear it. And when you say something to a man, well, I know you don't know how to fix this, so I'm gonna have to call a plumber or whatever. He may be hearing, I'm not good enough or I'm not man enough to do something. So we have to concern ourselves on what we're hearing, what we're saying, because they may hear it differently. It's a lot of disappointment that we express as women. We all have an internal voice. What you say, you may have said something, but it may have been taken the wrong way. It may have been taken in and listened to in the wrong way. You have to respect the man with the communication and the way you say things. I like what you did, but most men are sensitive to disrespect, including seeing it where we never intended it to go. We need to adjust to their sensitivity. We need to adjust to their reception. We can't just say whatever we want to say. It's disrespectful. So we have to learn to communicate respectfully. Respect in public. Never, 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 never put down or question your man, his judgment, or anything else in public in front of other people. What we women do is have slights. We slight a man. Our little teasing, our little joking, our little sly comments may actually piss a man off more. A lot of women feel like they need to take a man down a notch or two. They need to say something that doesn't need to be said because he's very confident in himself, but not all of us are confident. So you cannot talk down to a man in public. What's at stake is pride. Or we think it's pride, but it's actually the inadequacy that we're pulling out of him in public, criticizing him in public, denigrating him in public. We have to have respect for the man in public. Okay. These are the things and respect that men expect and want that we have to start doing as wives and as women. People say, why disrespect at all? It is what it is. I'm just addressing that disrespect that I know we have. Okay. We unintentionally disrespect men. Sometimes we do it intentionally. Sometimes we do it unintentionally. Okay. We can unintentionally do it by dismissing the fact that men have feelings too. Like, you're so emotional. Stop being so sensitive. A lot of women feel like men shouldn't express themselves or have any feelings at all. And that's absolutely not true. These are ways that women disrespect men. You undermine their accomplishments, criticizing them because they don't know certain things that they wouldn't know unless they actually did that in life or did that as a profession or actually studied that thing. You doing it wrong. You can't do it. Let me do it. I want to do it. You don't know how to do it. Those are the kind of things we say to denigrate men. I'm not saying that men don't do that to women. I'm addressing men's disrespect. Okay. Women have disrespect too, and we'll get to that at some point. Okay. Denigrating his masculinity or mocking his masculinity. If you was a real man would do this. A real man would do that. Well, you gay if this, if you gay if that. You feminine, you emotional like a woman. I done heard that on panels too. Okay. Criticizing their roles as leaders or providers. Okay. Suggesting that his worth is only his money. And men do it too. Men say the worth of a woman is only her snatch. You men do it too. But I'm saying this is men. We're talking about what disrespect people give to men. Reducing them to their money, reducing them to their wallet, reducing them to that. Please hit the like button. The likes are free. The cash apps are free. No, we're not free, but super chat, it'd be beautiful if we could get that. If anybody likes the content, you like the content, super chat. Likes, please, likes. Taking what they do for granted, overlooking what they do, minimizing what they do, criticizing what they do when they put in an effort to be there for you and the family, but it's not as what you want, the way you want it. Hoping that they do masculine male roles, but not acknowledging that they do these things, that they're worthy of your praise. Comparing them to other men, comparing them to white men, comparing them to other men, other men's accomplishments. These things undermine men. Assuming that you don't care because he doesn't care because he doesn't say anything, because he doesn't overreact like maybe you would. Okay. Saying all men do this and all men do that. That's a form of disrespect, just like it's a form of disrespect when men say all women are hoes, all women do this, I'm highly insulted when I hear men say things like that, especially seeing as how I don't know any women who would do those things. And men get just as upset when we say all men are cheaters, all men are lazy, all men don't make money, all men da, 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 da. These are forms of disrespect. Okay. These are all forms of disrespect. And it's societal. Okay. It's not to be intentional, but I'm saying we need to stop that kind of thing because men have gotten enough disrespect. Men have gotten enough disrespect. Women have gotten enough disrespect. These are things that we need to really, really watch out for. But you need to respect a man when you talk to him. You need to respect a man about what he can and cannot do. Competencies is called competencies. Defer to his judgment. That's a part of submission. If you're doing submission piece, respecting him in public is a big one. That's a huge one, I'm sure. It's got to be a huge one. Okay. These are things that denigrate relationships. Women have to get back to respecting men. And I get it. It's though maybe you don't have no men in your life who have been respectful. But there's some men that deserve respect, and there's a lot of men that deserve respect that you meet, that you talk to every day. Not every human being is a pookie. Not every human being is a tramp. None of those things. We have to get back to respecting human beings. So these are the ways I feel like men need to be respected more. Specifically, women who have men in their lives, you should be respecting and promoting that respect. A man should get a praise for the things he does well. I'm not saying praise mediocrity. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a smart man should have praise. when things are thought out thoughtfully for the family and he's done it, he should have praise. You should never criticize. If you have a conversation and you need to express something, you need to figure out how to say it in a respectful tone, not in public, behind closed doors where he has an opportunity to gather himself and respond. Don't nag. That's a form of disrespect. These are forms of disrespect. Okay. And I'm opening up the pool for whoever wants to come on the panel, whoever wants to call in and tell me, are there other forms of disrespect, other forms of respect that are needed with our men, other forms of respect that you want to put out there and let women know that they don't do? Okay. In public, deferring to his authority, all of these things. Do you do these things, or are you always rah, rah, rah? I'm not saying it's all women. What I am saying is this is men's part. This is the part where we tell men or women that men need to be respected. Okay? You give respect until you don't know anything different. Just like men are supposed to give respect to women until you know differently. Okay? Men would rather be respected. Ladies, listen to this. Men would rather be respected than to actually for you to say, I love you. Disrespect is just like love. No, respect is just like love. I'm sorry. For them. And we're the opposite. We wouldn't want to be alone and unloved. Men don't mind that, but you got to respect me. You're going to respect what I do. You're going to respect what I say. You're going to respect my actions. That's love to them. And I get it. We women are direct opposite. Okay. No, it's not a matter of respecting men comes naturally. Some women have been so downtrodden by relationships, family members, and and this, that, and third. They don't know how to respect men. But I'm saying, let's start with that. Let's start doing that. Don't take those 4 things. Okay. Take those 4 things and let's run with those 4 things. This is what we want. Okay. This is what we want. So I'm opening up the panel, letting people up who want to come up, who want to speak about ways in which we inadvertently disrespect people, where we inadvertently disrespect men. What other things can we do to gather that respect? How can we bring respect back? This is a discussion about the men and what the men need and what's needed to bring healthy relationships into view and not this, what is this, gridlock. Okay. And the whole point is we do not want to disrespect people now. We want to get back to no name calling, no screaming, no talking reckless. What's some ways that men are inadvertently disrespected and we don't know about it? Okay.
Hey, HQ. Good evening.
Hey. This is about respect.
This is a fantastic subject.
Okay.
So now, without going into detail on my relationship, I have had these conversations.
Okay.
And another thing is, like you said, speaking in public to people. Mm-hmm. You also have to watch what you're doing around your children.
Right.
Because my little one loves his mom so much, he thought that he could go tell on me if he didn't get his way with me.
Okay.
So, and then she would be there to comfort and all those things. And I had to, address it and say, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. I don't care what it is. You got to tell him, I don't care what you're talking about, whatever your dad said.
Right.
So pretty much get out of my face. So that's one of those another respect things in it within
undermining your authority.
Yeah. And it's not like even she was doing it intentionally.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm just going to intentionally just say, oh, don't forget about what your dad said. Right. It's just like, if you don't address it right at that point, then you are unintentionally undermining my authority. So that's another one of those things you gotta like address as far as respect goes.
So what about the 4 things I gave you? Respect in public, respect your communication, respecting his authority, respecting his accomplishments and his accolades. So what about those?
I have no rebuttal. Everything you said was spot on. I mean, those things right there, like it shouldn't be hard, because like when I always say women have to learn how to vet her. When you've vetted that man and he got on one knee and said, "Will you marry me?" Will you marry into everything I have to give to you?
Right.
My leadership, my authority, my protection, my provision, or at any point for any moment the lack of any of that stuff that happens. Are you willing to put all your chips on the table for me? That's what marriage should be. So if you've already said that you're going to abide by that, all that, the good, the bad, the ugly, you've said that. So then don't come undermining me later on, because you've already made that decision in the beginning.
Absolutely, Mr. G, huh? Anti-sipping 5,000. What the hell? Go sir. Give me some. Maybe I didn't mention some that be on the table. You heard what I said, right? I
only had one question, HQ.
Yeah.
Do you actually believe these topics you spewing out? Do you actually believe that?
Absolutely. Yes.
You do? Okay,
Gihanna, I have never met a man. No man that I've ever met has been disrespected by me. I've always looked at him and said he's the authority in the room, and he has been, and I have never been disappointed in letting a man take the lead, not even romantically, my father or my brother. So yes, I do believe what I'm saying.
Now HQ, now you know this. Now you know this tone, this energy you on tonight. It's not conducive to any other show you've had or any other place you've taken. So I don't know this.
Wait a minute.
I don't know this don't sound too convincing. HQ.
Wait a minute. I'm saying. Hold on. Have I been disrespectful? No. Honestly, ask yourself. Have I ever been disrespectful to Mr. Walker, Mr. Gavin?
I didn't say you was disrespectful. Hold on. Don't twist my words now. I said, no. Don't twist it up. I said.
Why you feel like I don't believe this?
No. I asked you a question. I didn't make a statement. I said, do you believe the statements you are currently making?
Let me put it this way. I don't want to be on this planet.
Put it straight. Put it straight.
Let me finish.
Put it straight.
I don't want to be on this planet unless I'm a woman on this planet being taken care of. Behind a man. I'm putting my hand on your back and you leading the way. That's it. So yes, I do believe what I'm saying. I'm just
okay.
Look, people keep saying I'm wishy-washy. That I'm wishy-washy when I get to talking. Now this week I decided I was gonna be straight up with y'all, the men.
But HQ, the people don't know. People don't know what to believe when you saying that you stand on one way, and then when it comes to talking about these females and how they act and how they interact and live their lives,
did you see?
You're taking up on them.
Did you see what I said? My wife, my weekly wife note. Have you seen that?
I did, but no. I'm not basing it just off those 2 instances, HQ. I'm basing it on majority of your speeches
and your rebuttals. Ain't that what I said? Huh? Didn't I just say I'm tired of playing with y'all?
That's your problem. That's your for playing. You stop playing. Leave the play for the kids.
Didn't I just
Leave
say
the
I
play.
was Jay, didn't I just say I'm stop playing with y'all this week?
G Honda, that's when I had to realize the first time when I got on with HQ, right? Because I haven't used to seeing HQ on the Regal Rumbles and stuff. And I'm like, man, sometimes you be saying stuff and I be like,
yeah. But you know,
HQ,
I know
HQ.
at some point, you hear the truth out of me. At some point, you hear the truth out of me. When? Jay,
when?
Hold
on, no, Jay,
hyena man, that
Jay,
a little bit there.
Jay, she went from windmilling to double dutching to smoke screening. We ain't buying it, HQ. We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it.
It's for us to engage. It's for us to engage, G Honda. That's what it's for.
HQ. I'm just telling you, it's the real me. You don't believe me.
HQ, you can't but HQ, I'm saying, but picture this though, right? You can't say you for all the things of a man and what a woman should do for a man, and then on previous tenses defend the dysfunction of a woman. That's not parallel, HQ.
What have I defended? Dysfunction. What dysfunction?
Don't do that now. You did. You do be on.
Like what?
I'm gonna go ahead and play blissfully ignorant and say that you just willing to go there to get us to engage with you.
No.
Whenever you be on that nonsense, I'm gonna just say HQ.
Y'all don't believe the real HQ. You don't believe the real HQ. I ain't never stood on
what is the real HQ?
I ain't never stood on nothing regarding that. When I came over to my channel is what I think. When I engage over in somebody else's channel, that's somebody else's channel.
No, HQ, no, don't do that. No, that HQ, that's not true. That's not true, HQ. You've been, when it comes to these females, HQ, you've been equal on both sides, on your channel as well as everybody else platform. Stop, don't do you can't use that cop out, HQ. No,
I have defended men. I have defended women. Yes.
No. You defended women's dysfunction.
I have defended women. I have defended men.
No, HQ. There's no defense for dysfunction, HQ. Only accountability.
See, that's the problem right there.
That is no problem. That ain't supposed to be no problem. No, it ain't. You can't defend it. You can't defend dysfunction, HQ. You can't sleep on both sides of the bed, HQ.
What you think is dysfunction? I don't.
Oh, no, it is dysfunction.
It is.
Wait a minute, hold on. We all have dysfunction.
Yeah, but
men, we'll call it out.
Men have dysfunction.
No, because if Brother Omar, if G Honda, if Mr. Walker, if Steven, and any other brothers in the chat, if I said something off, because like Project Leroy was like, "Hey Jay, you doing too much, man." What? They will tell me in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
In the moment, they will tell me. And as a man, I'm gonna look at them like, "Oh, you're right."
I ain't blasting the women.
And you know what?
Blasting me, they holding me accountable. They hold me accountable for my words.
And I'm not.
And we expect them to do the same.
I'm not going to agree with you if I don't believe that. I don't believe all women are bad women. I don't believe that. I believe we all fall into the middle.
HQ.
You don't believe that?
There's far less wives now than it was before, though. I'll tell you that much.
HQ, you gotta stop smoke. HQ,
and independent women now.
HQ, you can't stop smoke screen. HQ.
Wait a minute, but you're trying to say I didn't say that. I have always said that people are in the middle. I have always said I believe people are
in the middle of what?
Good.
In the middle of what?
In the middle of good and bad. There's some decent people, and then there's some terrible people. We all fall in the middle. I've always said that.
HQ, it's been a bevy of times. That you done said, "Oh, just because she got 5 kids, she 5 for 5. That don't make her unqualified. She can still get what she want." I'm like, come on now.
I've never said that.
HQ says she can ask for what she wants. That's
I've always said.
Always ask for what she wants.
She has this.
Okay, Jay.
Doesn't make her a hoe. I know exactly what I said. That doesn't make her a hoe. I've always said that. Just because you have
So-
3 children doesn't make you a hoe. I have
It's
always
all right.
said
It's
that.
all right, G Honda. What they
So
say
just-
that
so just
it don't
'cause-
matter because they're not on the dating market for those women. The men are on the dating market. So if the men are going to see them as hoes, then they're going to be hoes. That's just the
But
way. it is.
okay, no, but no, listen,
I
but
don't
listen,
believe
but
they're
listen,
hoes.
but listen at this though. Listen to this logic. Listen to this theory.
What?
You don't believe a woman that has 5 kids for 5 different men. You don't believe she's a hoe.
No.
You don't believe
I
she's a
said
hoe.
she can be, but I don't believe in calling her a hoe. I don't believe that.
You don't have to call her that.
And
What
we
the
leaving
world
them-
acknowledges? What does the world acknowledge her as?
We leaving them behind.
What
in
is her
You
period?
call
2025,
her
man.
that. You call her that. I don't call women hoes. I don't
Leave
believe
them
just because a
behind.
woman has children that she's a hoe. I don't believe because a woman
Mm.
is on the internet twerking that makes her a hoe. I've always said that. Always.
Hey,
I ain't
Ludacris said
changed
it,
not
man.
one bit. I just never leaned into the respect for men. I've never leaned into that part. I've always had to defend women. You've seen me mostly on Mr. Walker's panel, and we usually have discussions about women. I have always said because she has 3 children doesn't make her a hoe. I have always said because she twerks it doesn't make her a hoe. That's defending
HQ.
women. I defend women.
So HQ, how much longer we gonna make this football field? Because it's at 500 yards right now.
But
So how
what you
much longer
said
we gonna make
was,
this football?
but what you
All this
said was,
goalpost moving,
why
you
would I
stretching football
believe
field.
this? This has nothing to do with women. With the men, they don't have anything to do with the women. The respect for men is respect for men.
Yes, it does. It has everything to do with the respect of men. If we looking at women that we value, women that we love, our black women, but 70% of them are
We're
on
not
the
talking
foul
about women
side.
tonight. We talking about men.
It
That's a part
coincides.
of
What are you
respect.
talking
I was
about?
going to bring that up.
That's
That is a
not
part
what
of. That's a part of the respect.
No.
'cause
If
it
you
is,
want to talk
it
about
is.
women,
Thank you.
No,
Thank
it's a
other
part.
subject.
HQ. It is. It's
HQ
not one of the
coincides.
ones
It
you mentioned,
intertwines.
but it is
How
a
does
part
that,
of the
what does that
respect.
have to do with them being disrespectful to you? What is that?
When
HQ.
women say black men don't protect. Black men don't protect black
Yes,
women.
that's a part of
one of
that's
the
part
things.
of
So
the
that's
disrespect. But that
so
has nothing to do with
I'm
whether
saying
she's
that's
a
what they
hoe.
say that we don't
That has
protect
nothing to
them.
do with whether she's a hoe or not.
I'm not-
HQ,
That's
it's a
woman.
respect factor. HQ, it's a respect factor.
But what
When
does that
you
have to do
respect,
with women
when
being hoes?
you respect something, when you respect something, you're going to adhere to
But
what it requires
what
of
does
you.
that have to
That's
do
what
with
you're going to
women
do.
being hoes?
The wet presentation. What are you talking about?
No.
That's
Women,
HQ.
period.
No,
Women,
no.
period, do disrespecting. It don't matter whether
You
she's a
respected
hoe
us, you
or
would respect
not.
your image.
But that doesn't mean only hoes disrespect men. We're not talking about the women's image. We're talking about your image. Why are we always bringing women into that? We're
'Cause it
talking about
goes-
how women,
Y'all are
not
women.
hoes, how
Y'all are
women,
women.
not hoes.
Y'all are women.
We talking about how
HQ, you talking to
wanna
2
bring
men
them
that
in
love women.
hoes. I'm saying
No, I'm acknowledging the fact that what the majority is, it says what it says. That's what I'm acknowledging.
but we're
And
not
also
talking
along
about
with that, now hold
We're
on, let
talking
me
about
finish. Let me
They're not
finish.
respecting
Oh,
their
okay.
black sons. They're not respecting their black fathers. Whenever they get online and
that's
they
not
display themselves in a certain way,
hoes.
they're not
That's
respecting the men.
exclusively hoes.
It's not exclusively hoes. It's the
Okay,
normal
then,
women
we're
too.
not talking about hoes. We're not talking about hoes.
I'm
We're just
talking about the
women.
normal women because you
Right.
say that these women that just twerk online is not hoes. I'm talking about those women, the women that that's not hoes.
I'm talking about women, period.
I'm talking
I'm
about the
talking about
look
women,
backers. I'm talking about the
So
over the
so
shoulder
if
in
you
every
consider
picture.
all women hoes, then you would be talking about all women. But we're not talking about all women. We're just talking about we're not talking about 304s. We're talking about just regular ordinary
I'm talking
women.
about regular. I am talking about regular.
But regular ordinary women are not hoes.
I'm not
why do
talking
we-
about
why do we even
hoes. I
bring up
never
the whole
said
category?
hoes. Nobody brought up hoes. HQ, you brought up hoes.
Regular women. Stop telling me I'm different for women who are whole. I'm just telling you what I think.
He didn't. G Honda didn't say that. He said you backing women's bad choices.
No, what I'm
not
saying,
hoes.
I'm not backing any women's choices. I said, and I'm standing on that, and I've always said that just because a woman has 3 children doesn't mean she's a hoe. Just
But
because a
HQ,
woman has, hold
but-
on. Just because a woman has sexual relationships does not make her a hoe. I stand on all of that. So where am I?
HQ, you can't be for the respect of men and then dismiss the dysfunction of women. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, no, you can't.
We're not
No,
talking
you
about
can't.
women.
No,
We're not talking
you
about
can't.
women that you
Yes, you can't.
interact with.
No, you can't.
We're talking about
No, you
regular
can't. No, you can't, HQ.
You can't.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You can't be.
HQ don't
You can't.
want to.
I'm not going
There you
to.
go.
I don't make that.
There you go.
Judgment. I don't judge people like that.
You
all judge people like that. I don't judge people
SBC,
like that.
Car Before the Horses, Do Better Podcast, Still
Hey.
Mad at Network with G Honda.
Y'all want to bring in that respect.
We judge.
Y'all want to.
Hey, it's not help. It's nothing help or well about it.
You want to sing?
How do I bring respect? How do they not have respect? Regular women do this stuff. Regular women talk like this.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Regular women do this stuff.
But
If they respected their fathers, if they respect, I'm not bringing hoes up at all. I'm talking about regular women, HQ.
Okay.
If they respected their fathers,
right?
Talking about, and I could even go as far as to say the ones who have fathers in the household. I'm talking about the ones who have sons, the ones who have brothers. If they respected those men, they would not portray themselves to where somebody can't differentiate between them and the latter.
We're not talking about them and the latter. We're talking about them respecting you all. Why do y'all always bring women into it? We're not talking about I said, tell me other ways they disrespect you. What does that have to do with what you're talking about?
HQ.
No.
HQ, you can't dismiss presentation.
No,
HQ, you can't dismiss presentation. Behavior has everything to do with it. What are you talking about? Presentation.
Explain your position. And then we'll
All
see
right,
if you're talking about men or you just want to bring the women into it. Explain your position.
Of course, I'm gonna bring the women to it because I love my women.
Because they're the ones doing the respecting or the lack thereof. Who else are we talking about? We're talking about the respect of men by women.
Explain it.
That's the topic.
I'm confused. Explain it.
So no, like I said before, HQ. Like I said before, you as a woman.
You never answered the question.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Can I talk?
How do women inadvertently disrespect men? Go.
So, like I said, with presentation or the lack thereof. So if she's not presenting herself to the man that she claims she so values, and presenting her best self to that man to be had and to be kept, to be covered, that's disrespectful to upstanding men.
Okay. What else? What else?
Also,
it is just disrespect.
I'm asking you.
Also,
I'm telling you, give me some.
HQ, this is paramount over all of that. So like I said, so one can't be for my progression, but the women I love, the women I die for and have to go to bat for, that's not making themselves avail to me and to be of an asset to me and my legacy. And you just completely dismissing all the hoodoo and negatives that they doing. So just as basically, just as you hold men accountable, that's what you do. You got everything to do with it because you go in the bathroom. You go in the bathroom. You do it every show, HQ. You double dutch, you windmill, and you jump through every hoop for them females dysfunction. Stop it, HQ. You do it more than anybody. You do it more than anybody, HQ.
And that's. I say another
HQ, tell you being disingenuous right now, HQ. You really is.
Another level.
You would be confused. You would be confused.
How would I be confused when I stood on the same thing, same eel every time?
Nah, you
I'm
didn't.
curious to know, HQ, how you
didn't.
don't see that as a form of
What?
disrespect.
I
You
didn't say
don't
it
see
wasn't
that.
a form of disrespect. I didn't say that.
So what's
I
the
didn't say that wasn't a form of
I'm
disrespect.
confused on what the argument is, because I don't
I don't know what the
Gihanna's
argument is. I don't know what your argument is. Why are you arguing with me? I didn't say anything about
I'm
disrespect.
talking to you.
we just made a
You
statement
no,
and
you
you
came on the
rebuttaling.
panel and you said I disrespect men. How do I disrespect
He
men?
didn't say that.
How do I not?
Who said that?
No,
HQ,
you didn't. No, you didn't.
HQ
No, you didn't say
crazy
that.
stuff.
No, you didn't say that. What you said was I'm not truthful about what I'm saying.
To a degree, yes. To a degree, yes.
Flip flop sometimes, HQ, because sometimes I be like, man, HQ is on one, and then you say something else, and I be like,
you don't get me. You don't.
I be like, what?
I'm not going to. I don't take sides. That's the whole point. I don't take sides. I don't take your side. I don't take the women's side.
HQ, that's not true. HQ, that's not true. That is not true, HQ. No, it's not. No,
in your opinion. If women came up here and women kept saying men are this, men are that, men are this, men are that, I would defend the men.
HQ,
y'all come up there and disrespect women.
HQ, we did a compilation. HQ, we did a compilation of how many times you windmilled and double dutch. It'd be an endless book. It really would be.
Double dutch. I've always anybody in the chat will say what I have said. I don't believe women that local women are whores, but y'all believe that. That's your fault.
You keep
nobody said
that point. I have never heard one person say that. You keep saying that all the time. Y'all think all women are whores. I have never heard one guy say that on the panel.
You always run up and say women are whores. Women do whores things. All these women are whores. These women present whore. They stand next to whore. Y'all stand next to pookies. So, but we don't call y'all all bad men.
Okay, so here's the difference in the two, right?
Y'all gonna explain it.
I'm gonna try my best to as I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try not to go down no rabbit holes or nothing like that. When the women out here on the market, the women that are doing the more egregious things, and the women that are doing the things that we hold a light to, the lawyers, the nurses, all that stuff, right? Get all those women in a group. We can't tell the difference between the good ones and the bad ones, because they're all doing the same thing. They're all talking the same way. They're all dressing alike. We can't tell the difference.
On the women's side, they say the same thing. Y'all stand right next to the pookies. They can't tell the difference.
I gotta give you the other side of it.
Y'all stand right next to the pookies, according to the women.
Look at the two brothers on the screen in front of you right now, HQ.
What does that mean? I'm on the screen right now, and I'm not one of the 304s that you point out, and y'all not one of the pookies that people point out.
So you always taking it to you, HQ. I didn't say you. I didn't say
you either. What are you talking about?
HQ, you personalize it every time. Every time we come with a point, you personalize it, HQ.
Y'all always come on here and say the same thing. And I always tell you, I don't believe you. I don't believe those women, that many women doing that many things.
Look at all the brothers online, man. Look. You got Mr. Walker. You got Gavin. You got Theo Coop. You got Medium Man. You got Thon. How many other brothers? Look at how they portray themselves online. Look.
So,
and even in some of the other spaces where women is addressing women, they still talking like this and doing this, and they still got all the other adornments of the same women that they're talking about. Okay. Even though the guys gravitates toward it, they still doing the same thing that the women they talking about are doing.
Okay, so I'm confused. Why is it that I have to acknowledge what you see?
I'm not saying.
Why do I have to think what y'all think?
You don't, confused. HQ. We was just telling you how men think.
Okay, my whole point is I don't think the way you think. I don't think all of those women are hoes. I don't think they're all standing next to hoes. I don't think that. I have never, ever wavered on that fact. I have always said
HQ.
that. So if that
HQ.
means, hold on, if that means you consider that defending them, then great. I'm defending them. Just like I have to defend the Pookies and the Ray Rays, I have to defend the Bum Keishas.
I don't defend.
If
I
that's
don't
the case.
defend anything them dudes do. Not one
None.
thing.
Zero.
Yes,
Zero.
you
No,
do. Yes,
what?
you do.
What?
Yes, y'all do.
What do I
But
defend? What do I defend? Please
HQ.
tell me. Because I'll
HQ, let me ask you a
whatever
question.
I defend.
Yes, y'all do. Y'all
The
defend
way they
those
talk,
men
the
who
way
do poor
they dress,
decisions.
the way they interact with people,
the
choices
dude,
that they
what is
make
that?
in
That
life.
dating coach dude, the other dating coach dude a couple weeks ago, defending him.
Who?
Y'all over there defending Future. You're over there defending
I've
Nick
never defended
Cannon.
Future.
You're over there defending that Pookie and Ray Ray, that football player guy. What's his name? I forgot his name. All of these men get defended in public, but y'all have grace for those men, but you don't have grace for any of the women.
Substantiate.
But HQ, but let me ask you a question.
So my whole point is, I don't make a judgment whether he's a Pookie or Ray Ray, and I don't make a judgment of whether she's a Bum Keisha or 304.
HQ, let me ask you a question. HQ, let me ask you a question. But don't you think a woman's presentation in mass has everything to do, or let me say this again. Do you think a woman's presentation, like her full scale presentation, physically, verbally, the whole nine, don't you think that has to do everything with respect?
Respecting her
Don't
man?
No. Respecting man's nature, respecting what a man wants, what a man wants to look at, what a man wants on his side, what a man wants to marry.
Respecting
in
her
regards to an actual relationship, yes.
She's not in a
relationship.
He is in a relationship. Which
you
one?
No.
Want
to be in a relationship. What he's saying, I'm not talking about you just want meet to meet.
So you expect a female to walk around who doesn't have a man, who doesn't have any of those things, who's not looking for a man. You expect her to act a certain way.
Not looking for a man, who is looking for a man, who eventually wants to be in a relationship. You should be carrying yourself as a wife, just like a man is going to be carrying himself as a husband.
What if she never becomes a wife?
Then she don't become a wife then.
So why am I acting like a wife if I may or may not become a wife?
But we talking about respect. That's not respectable, HQ.
She doesn't.
That's not respectable That's not respectable to us men.
Moral judgment. That's not mine. That's your moral judgment, not mine. We have different morals.
So we twisted respect to what we want it to be. See, and that's that pixelated society we live in. You twisted things to what favors you.
And
that's basically what we
definition of what it should be.
I'm just telling you the facts. I'm just telling you how it is.
That's not a fact,
women
HQ.
Women don't walk around and say, I should be wearing the long dress and my titties shouldn't be hanging out because I'm looking for a husband. That's not how women
Your words, HQ. Your words.
I'm just telling you how they don't walk around thinking that.
HQ already told us how she rolls, so she arguing that she won't even get down like that.
I don't worry about what the next
man. Hey, Jay, tell me until that harlot pull up into her driveway.
Until that 50K drop.
until I have a particular person on the line, I don't concern myself about how I dress, what I say. I don't concern myself about that. And most women don't.
HQ, we don't believe you.
Why am I conforming to what you think is a moral thing? I have my
We don't believe you, HQ. Hey, but you know what, HQ? The thing is this, right? Not only is that man's peer, okay, so if a woman came to me and she just looked like a straight Blade Runner, and I'm taking her to boardrooms, I'm taking her to galas, and my peers, people that, my respectable peers looking at me and saying, hey, man, she looking kind of slowish, man. Man, mind if I take it off your hands for a second? Like, I won't have no respect from my respectable peers, nor my family members, nor anybody who I should, qualifiable congregate with. So, in turn, what I'm saying to you is that a woman that respects the man she desires, the man she loves, she's going to present herself in that respectable manner that's going to deem suitable not only to that man but for whoever that man associates with. She's going to conform.
When people are, yes, she's going to go to the one she wants, not to what you think, not to what society thinks. For the man she wants. I'm not going to dress like a nun all day for 50 years looking and waiting for a husband. Nobody is going to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying not having my titties out or anything else. I'm not going to conform to that rule because
she don't know when she's going to meet that guy. When
Who
she don't know when she's going to meet that dude.
Who
So
cares?
when you meet him, if you're not dressed that way or if you're not presenting that way, you're going to lose out on that guy.
Who cares?
She should, because she's missing out.
They
women we're talking about.
They don't.
But that's a different topic. That's a different
topic.
Men
and most people are not that way, that particular way all the time. She will meet who she meets. She either going to meet him or she's not going to meet. She's going to not wear a bra or she's going to wear a bra. But I'm not going to sit here waiting for 100 years, 50 years till the right one comes along when I could just the right one ain't came along. So
but CHQ,
what?
But CHQ is because of that attitude in mass. That's why no other race has this issue. No other race. This ain't even a conversation. This ain't even a conversation.
No,
none of it is.
It's not.
It's not a conversation because they know what time. They know what time it is. They know what time it is, and they prioritize matriarch and patriarch. We're not trying to make a woman conform. You said if she qualified for this said thing, that's what she's going to adhere to. Period.
She is going to live the way she wants to live.
And she don't get what she want to get, but she wants to be under.
And there might not be a man who comes along.
And we're not talking about them women.
One thing she's not worried about is conforming to a standard.
Women, that's wives.
Let's stop talking about those women. Then. How about in our conversation in the dialect that we have with each other? How about we only talk about the women who are marriage minded, who want relationships, and let's leave the hoes and the whoever else alone and stop.
Y'all stop bringing them up. I don't bring up hoes. I keep
saying we're not talking about them. I keep saying we're not. I don't know how many times I got to say I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about normal women.
I'm not denigrating women. I'm not going to do that. That's not part of what I want to do. I have never wanted.
So you don't want to hold women. It's not denigrating. It's holding accountable. It's holding people accountable.
I can't hold women accountable. Neither can you.
Yes, we can.
You can only hold yourself accountable.
We can't hold them accountable. We can.
That doesn't work.
We do it just like we do to each other.
Holds people accountable. That's why they send people to jail when they break the law.
These hoes do this. That doesn't work. When has that worked? How has that worked?
We stopped holding people accountable.
10 years ago, 5 years ago.
We stopped judging. We stopped judging. That's why all this stuff is happening now. That's why anybody could be anything they want to be now. Because we stopped judging.
And this is where
we trying
to go.
Hey, but you know what? You know what the crazy thing is? It's this show on HBO. It's called Shameless. It's got a whole bunch of debauchery on it. You should check it out. But it's a mere reflection of no accountability in sight, like across the board. Like it's literally called Shameless. The name of the show. It's on HBO. Check it out.
Yeah, that's why the women had that whole thing. Now we listen and we don't judge. That's why they're trying to push this whole narrative at the end of 2024. We listen and we don't judge.
Then you can judge. Then what are you going to do? That's my whole point. My whole point is you can do that. You can judge. You can do all of those things. I don't. Why
not? How you respect men? How can you respect men? How can you respect men?
If you don't judge, exactly. You have to be.
How can you respect
a man to respect them?
I respect men.
You don't respect all men.
I respect men.
You don't respect all men because you should
respect the quality of men.
Every human being that I've ever run across.
That's hearsay.
I respect them until
HQ, that's hearsay.
I don't
HQ, that's hearsay.
No,
that's hearsay. HQ
like that. I don't disrespect men. I
I
respect
judge
That
and I
is
don't respect everybody. I give you respect in the
me
beginning. If
because
you do
I don't
something to
judge
show me
because
you
I
don't
don't
deserve
judge
respect,
women. I disrespect men.
that's not what I said.
I don't judge
HQ.
women. I don't judge men.
HQ. Stop, HQ.
Really?
You
You
can't,
want me
Really?
to
Now
judge
HQ,
that's
men.
ridiculous.
You want me to judge
HQ, you
women. I
can't,
don't judge women.
HQ, you can't have respect for the suitable men in this society if you are advocating for the dysfunction of the women. Stop.
Women, hold on.
Stop.
When did I advocate
Stop.
for the dysfunction of women?
When you
You
don't
When
hold
have
them
I done that?
accountable. When you don't hold them
I'm not
accountable.
going to hold women
It's
accountable. Stop
it's a
asking me to do
discreet,
that. I'm not
it's a
doing that.
discreet way. It's
I'm not
discreet and
holding men
accountability.
accountable. So stop asking me to do that. I'm not holding
it's
men
all fine
men
and dandy
accountable.
until it's on
I'm
your
not
front
holding
porch.
men accountable. I'm not
Mm.
doing one of those
Good,
things.
good afternoon, everybody.
You
Hold
are
on,
How's
brother.
living in a
everybody
different
doing today?
society than it is.
Fantastic, brother.
You
Salute, brother.
want something different.
Let me explain to you what HQ is saying. Okay, I'm going to explain it in man terms for us guys that are listening to her and don't understand what the hell she's saying. What she's saying is a woman to her, just because she is perceived a certain way, whether she got on booty shorts, whether she got her boobs out and a tank top or whatever, she is she's still a woman. So she's not going to disrespect that woman and call her a whore because HQ is a woman. She and she does judge, but their judgment of men, she feels, is different than the way when we walk into a room, all three gentlemen, tell me if I'm wrong. We look side to side, front to back. We see what other kind of man is in there. We see, well, he'll be a problem. I can take him easy. All of these things. That's how we judge men, right? With them, when they judge women, they say, oh, well, she shouldn't have that on. Somebody should have told her before she left the house. That's the extent of their judgment. So, with that being said, she's not going to, because she feels it disrespectful to say something bad about another woman. So if and she doesn't understand that from our side, she don't understand that is what we say is needed. We say that is totally needed, and she doesn't understand that. So I understand what she's saying. I don't agree with it. I think she kind of flopping like a fish, but y'all go ahead, get back on it. Or
But it's
look
not,
at it
but
from that way and then pursue it.
yeah, but it's not disrespect per se. It's not disrespect per
I'm not
se.
disrespecting any human being.
It's not
Man
disrespect when
or
you telling
woman.
somebody
To
they
me,
wrong.
it is disrespectful. To me, it is
It's
disrespectful
not.
when you
It
get on a
shouldn't be.
panel and you say that all women are hoes or they're standing next to hoes. I don't like to hear people
They
talk about
shouldn't.
people
They
like that.
shouldn't.
I
They
don't like
shouldn't. Because
I don't like it
just
when I
like
go to a channel and I hear
HQ,
women denigrating the men. All men are poopies.
HQ,
All men are
that's
this.
me.
I don't like that
That's
either.
like me. That's like me being an upstanding, law-abiding citizen standing next to drug dealers and killers. I'm out of place. I'm out of line. I'm at fault there. Cause why? I ain't where I'm supposed to be. That's not what I am. So that's not where I'm supposed to be. That makes
It
sense.
doesn't matter to women, though.
I don't
It,
have judgment. I just
it,
told you I don't make those
yeah.
kind of judgments.
But see,
It
regardless if it
Men
matters,
or women, I don't make those kind of judgments.
but see, regardless if it mattered to women or not, I gotta be presenting myself right. I gotta come correct.
Okay.
Because as the leader, that's my obligation.
That's because we get judged. They don't get judged the way we get judged. See, it's a complete different thing. They don't get judged how we get judged. So they don't care about. So HQ's not going to care about another woman's presentation unless it's like her daughter or her niece or something like that.
Because I
If she
can't
has to go out with her, right? Because so if she says something to another lady, she's not going to lash out or be able to take somebody lashing out like we can. If we go on the streets and we tell somebody something, I don't care what it is, we expect a level of some comeback, right? We expect like somebody gonna get down at any time. Women don't
but like,
look at that. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, I'm not pitching it to that degree. I'm pitching it to where you can't say you for the respect of men and all these things of quality men and not, throw some form of corrective action towards the female being detrimental. And they can't respect, that's not a woman. Like, if she not presenting her best self, she can't be there for the respect of a suitable man.
But see,
women don't have to respect. They don't have to anymore. Like, they really don't. They don't have to listen to any man about any. We have gave women freedom. That's the problem. We have gave women so much freedom. They don't have to listen anymore. So I mean, like I said, I thank God.
But that wasn't a part that. But that wasn't what I said. What I presented when I walked on the stage. I said these are things that need to be done to show respect for men. I'm still confused as to why you think I don't have respect for men. When I came,
I never said you had respect for men. Here every letter.
I don't give corrective action to women doesn't mean I don't respect men.
No, I said you. Well, it could be any way you want to slice it, but it's like this: you can't be for something and not cover every side of it. So I guess, I mean, I don't know. We go in circles. I'm damn near dizzy. So I mean,
I don't know. You got on no. What you got on the panel to do was hold me to task. So I would have to hold women to task, and I'm telling you, I don't do that. So now we're at an impasse. You want me to hold women accountable? That's not what I'm doing.
We're not telling you that's what you should do, HQ. No one has told you, HQ, you should do this
discussion. How did I even get here?
You asked us what we see as
you brought up the topic.
Men.
You brought up the topics.
You just simply asked us what we see as respect towards men. Because no, we didn't bring you into it. We didn't bring you into it. You fell under a category for something that we said, and then you took it personally. We didn't say HQ. We didn't say you. We said, and you fall into the category. We said when women don't hold other women accountable for the actions that they make, that's also a form of disrespecting men. We didn't say you need to do that.
What you said was because I don't hold women accountable, I don't respect men. That's what I heard.
And that's what we think. Just like you think you
can't.
So
there
I'm
you go.
saying to you, I would not have brought this subject if I didn't respect men. I don't appreciate people saying I don't respect men when that's all I have done is respect the men.
Maybe you're not respecting the men the way men want to be respected.
I have never attacked the women. I have never attacked the men. I have never attacked any person. Except
I'm not saying you attack somebody.
Except into the context.
What I'm saying is
we don't need to attack them. We don't need to attack the women to hold them accountable. I don't. What do
you mean?
I don't want to have to attack a woman to hold her accountable.
Well, all of you
if I tell you, hey, yes, that's what. So if I enlighten you, hey, if you go down that path right there, it's a werewolf down that path. Don't go down that path because you're gonna get bit up. And you go down that path. I just warned you about the path. Why would you go take the path I told you not to go down? I'm not yelling at you. I'm not beating you up about it. I'm warning you. If you have a certain mindset and you have a goal and you want to find a man in your life, then don't stand in that realm. Don't put that uniform on of that specific type of person. Maybe you might want to change it up a little bit, because when women tell men something, we do it. hey, man, you know, if you want to get a good girl, man, you know, you got to have your house or apartment. You got to get your smell good on. You got to hit the gym,
So
brother.
why is it that I don't believe the same thing you believe just because I didn't say it?
We're not telling you have to believe it, HQ. We're not telling you have to
Well,
believe
you didn't.
it. We're just stating what we think. And obviously, you got three
Well,
people on the panel right now who
Wait a minute,
have
hold on.
similar things they
Y'all
think
got
on.
on the panel. You two got on the panel and said, I didn't respect black men, or I didn't respect men
No, that's
because
not.
I wasn't holding the females accountable.
You fall into that category of the thing that we said
And
that
I'm
we
saying,
believe.
how does that relate to me not respecting men because
Hey,
I don't hold other women
HQ.
accountable?
HQ, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Give me a second, guys. Do you do your best to defend women when if they if they do something that's not 100%, if they're dressing inappropriately or something like that, do you do your best to say, hey, just because she's dressing like a whore doesn't mean she's a whore? Do you do that?
Yeah, I do that because I give people the
Okay,
benefit
so
of the doubt first.
okay, so with
before
men,
anything.
so
Men
with
and
men,
women.
so listen to what I'm saying. So as men, what we are saying is those people do not deserve the benefit of the doubt.
But that's
And
you
I
all's
just don't.
opinion. That's not my
Our
opinion.
so now what you're saying is my opinion doesn't count. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't say your opinion didn't.
That's what you're saying. Our opinion don't matter. We're just
what you're
telling you
saying
our
is
opinion. We're not telling you how to
what
think.
you're saying is
We're just telling you our opinion on the topic.
at that point, what you're saying is, hey, well, your opinion doesn't matter. That's what you're saying to men. Your opinion does not matter.
I'm saying
And
my opinion
if
doesn't
you
matter.
can't, no. What you're
I don't have an opinion.
When you do that and you don't address women and judge them, everywhere we go, we are judged. Everywhere you go into a job, they're going to judge you. If you're walking around and you look bummy, they're going to judge you. You put on a suit, like you said, you like to always be dressed appropriately. That's because you know people are going to be looking at you and going to be judging you.
You want to present
That's
yourself in a certain
exactly
way.
what that is. You're presenting yourself in a certain way. So, with that being said,
I have never denied that I said just because a woman dresses this way doesn't make her. I've never denied that. I've never denied that. I'm saying
the problem is you won't call them a hoe. That's the
I'm not
problem
going to
is
call
you
a person a
won't.
hoe, just like I'm not going to call a person a
No.
pookie.
I just ain't gonna girl, I was waiting for lightning to come through your damn window. You done said Pookie 100,000 times.
Me on a show is different from me giving a real testimony of what I'm doing here.
Lord, don't strike it down today, Jesus. But you can't.
I'm not doing that judgment. You're not pulling me into doing that judgment. I'm not gonna pull women into the fold and start calling them, saying they're this, that, and the third. I presented.
Well, it wouldn't do any good for you anyway, because you're not the type of woman that they would respect. You're not a Beyonce. You're not a Cardi B. I agree with the things you're saying, right? I can't
do that.
I think our community, if it was a community, I think the black people as a whole in this country are lost. I'm glad that these Mexican girls are coming in. Now my son and my nephews and my little brothers and all of them, they got little bad senoritas because the black women don't want nerds. They don't want military men. They don't want they don't want people that work in government. They don't want IT guys. They don't want niggas like that. They want niggas on the street niggas. So I'm all for it. Let these little Mexican chicks come in and grab these men up, and we start having a whole bunch of Blaxicans or whatever they want to call them, from now on.
Yeah, but
Just,
that's a
just
whole
let
nother
these women go.
Black America. What we talking
It ain't.
about? The whole point is you all addressed something. Honda's original premise was no. You all came in and said something. Derailed the conversation, pissed me off to the max. You really did. Simply because I'm not talking about me. I don't care about me. I'm just a person that's here. But when I
You
present,
personalized the whole conversation, HQ. It was a generalized conversation. Then you personalized it. This is the question. This is the initial question I asked at HQ. I asked you initially. I said, how can one, not you, not HQ, I said, how can a woman be for the respect? How can it be for the respect of black men?
How can a woman be for the respect of black men? Stop right there. So you're talking about me.
How can
you talking about
in
me?
general? In general, I just said
in general. Because okay, and let me explain this to her, G Honda. Let me explain this to her, G Honda. HQ, you won't call a fat woman fat.
No.
You will say a woman that got a mustache like me and G Honda. You just say, oh, she needs a wax. She needs to take better care of herself instead of calling her ugly.
I would say that.
So the problem is that's not what it is. If a girl is fat, she is fat. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It is a fact that she is fat or obese.
If a dude is fat,
I know.
Call him fat. Everybody gonna call him fat.
But that's disrespectful. So I wouldn't say that. But that doesn't mean
it's the truth. It's the truth.
It harms everybody.
The truth cannot
harms
be
everybody. Right. It harms everybody when you see things like that. It harms everybody because once again, we are at an impasse. We see things from two different sides, and we are never, once again, as a community, we are not going to get on the right track because you guys, as women, don't know what respect is anymore. Because once again, we don't get to beat you. You go over to one of them other countries, them men be going upside them ladies' heads. So all of their women, they fall in line. You go to any other country except for America, you gonna get your ass whooped. You get your butt whooped. Here, we love you guys and we try to respect you and we try to speak nice to you to get some coochie. If you go over there and you beat your wife up, she gonna be climbing in the bed with you to give you some coochie later on. Without I'm sorry, without no roses, without no nothing. It's a difference. It's a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, I get all of that. I get the whole point. The whole point is I just didn't see the point of the calling out of just because I don't call women out and I leave that particular part out of the whole lesson, that's disrespectful in itself.
If anybody,
I'm gonna flip it. Can I flip it real quick? It would be disrespect if any of us right now, any of us men, saw a guy doing something pookie-ish, nug-nug-ish, and we know that person or we have some kind of association with that person, and we don't directly address them about it. That's disrespecting women. And I think any of us will be like, yeah, you're right. That's disrespect. Because why wouldn't you say something to somebody that you could say something to? I'm not talking about going down some neighborhood you don't know, talking to some dude wearing a Pooh Shiesty mask, telling him.
I'm still trying to figure out when I did not speak to women about disrespecting men when I came on this panel.
But did that make sense though, HQ, what I just said?
Yeah.
So if I can concede that if I would be disrespecting women if I didn't directly address another man and say, hey, brother, you acting wild right now.
Right.
I would be disrespecting women.
Right.
So why is it
You
So
agree?
I'm
So you
saying,
agree
when
with
did
that?
I not?
You
Why
agree with
did-
that, right?
Yes. So when did I not address women with this panel?
because
right
you
here?
said you refused to address? You said that this not you're
Yeah.
not gonna hold women accountable. You said it. You said
I
I'm
said
not holding women accountable.
I'm not going to hold women. I'm not going to tell women that they're hoes, that they're not any good.
You
I'm
said
not going
you're
to
not
do
gonna
all
hold
of
them
that.
accountable. You said
When
you're
I-
not gonna hold them accountable.
No, I can't personally hold a person accountable.
You can't, but you can if you address it. If you address it,
Say
then that's
something.
your attempt.
And when
That's
we
your
came
attempt
on,
to do it.
I said this is disrespect to men. Who did you think I was talking to when I said that? When you talk to men, when you say this to men, when you don't do
and
this
we
to
agree
men,
with you
who do
on
you
those
think I was talking to?
on your 4 key points. We agreed with you
So when
wholeheartedly,
did
and we brought
when
up
did
2
I not
more.
address women? So
And
when
then
did
we
I not
brought up
address
2
women?
more. We said
Okay.
I said with the kids, and then Jihanna brought up when women don't address other women, it's a form of
Okay.
disrespect to men.
So
That's it.
there you go. Okay. Then my bad. He wasn't talking to me, was he?
No.
He was just talking to women in general, right?
I said that 10
In
times,
general.
HQ. I
Right.
said it 10 times.
Hey,
I said it
hey,
10
You got
bro,
me
times.
you
hot,
had
nigga. You got me hot, that
you
damn it.
you had
You
her and
already
her
get
you
me
had
hot
her
'cause
and
you
her
bring your
feelings
ass on
about
this
that.
panel. Cause you bring your
HQ, you
ass on
got
this panel. Why you always coming for me?
you talking to me, HQ?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
talking to you because you trigger me. That's what it do. Every time you get on the damn panel, you trigger me into saying some bullshit, and then I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
No.
I'm
Jihanna,
already
it's your
mad.
tone. Jihanna, it's your tone.
HQ.
You need to fix your tone. It's your tone.
Oh, my
Jihanna.
tonality. I'm sorry.
G-
I'm sorry.
At
I'm
first, I
sorry. My tonality.
Jihanna,
I will.
you
HQ, I will work on it. I promise. Scout's
I thought
honor.
he was
I
talking to me
will.
because he jumped on here and he was like, rah, rah, rah. I was like, damn. I thought I was talking to women. I thought I was telling women that they being disrespectful, that they not doing what they knew. And then I had to jump on his neck. And that's where we
No,
at.
HQ is good combo, because what it does is that it covers the full scale. Because you got to realize, HQ, you have a following, right? People listen to you. People are receptive to you. Not just us here on this panel, but the people listening, your audience. So we have to administer truth the best way possible.
Right.
That's no attack to you. That's
bitter. The medicine is bitter, and you can't always
yeah.
give
That Robitussin.
honey or sugar.
Yeah, the Robitussin ain't supposed to taste good.
I got on here and I thought I was doing. I
You
thought I was
was.
coming
Well,
on here
th-
addressing the women, the disrespect that they
this
had
is the
for
whole
men.
thing.
Did you hear it, Black America? Did you hear my beginning when I said disrespecting men?
Yeah, I was watching you, but the whole thing about it is you
Right.
don't understand. I understand the part. Yes, we want respect rather than love. I understand all of that, but
Right.
we cannot beat you guys' ass. You guys can beat
Why
you
you
guys'
always want
ass.
to put your hands on women? What's going on with you?
I don't have to beat women. I get up and leave. I I get up and leave in a heartbeat. What I'm saying is, if Jay came to my house and he brought his brother with him, somebody is getting fucked up because it's disrespectful. It is. You women won't do that. So that right there is the ultimate form of respect for us men. You guys have to stand in the gap and intercede with these other women. When that girl was talking about deleting black male babies for years, it wasn't no black women that got her kicked off the internet. It was a
I came on
white
the internet
woman that
after
got her
that.
kicked.
Right. I came on
It
the
was
internet
a
after
it was a white it was a white woman that got her kicked off the internet.
They got
It wasn't
Kaya
no
off right
black
away
woman.
though. They got Kaya off.
They got
quick.
they got Kaya off though
But that
because
lady
she
was like,
was
you try to
young
kill.
and
Oh
cute.
man, ooh boy, that lady. Ooh,
Because she was young and cute. There's no woman uprising for Kaya, but we can't get you to tell a girl to shave her ugly ass mustache and to get on Weight Watchers. It's a problem. I expect you and me being older, I expect us to browbeat the shit out of these young people
Yeah,
and
but
tell
these
them what
young
the fuck
people,
is real.
that's
Hey, but
why,
Black America, Black America.
that's why I started that weekly wife session where I will have a one truth that needs to be told. And then that is what I will address. But I can't address them. I can't just address any old wild thing. We got to go around. We have to hit the problem from all sides. The respect is the problem over here. The women and saying no to sex is the problem over there. There's different things that I have to address. I can't be over here browbeating the women, calling them tramps and this, that, and the other, and then try to get the respect of the women when I want to do that other thing over there. So I can't do what you
They're
want
not
me to
going to
do.
respect you.
It's
They're
not
not going to
matter.
respect
It's
you.
just a matter of. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm not young. I'm not.
They don't
this.
respect me. They don't respect G Honda. They don't respect Jay Tillman. They respect Cardi B, Sexy Red, and Beyonce. We are past our prime, but we still should say something. We
That's
still are able to say something. So
But
that's
on you, but I
but
can't do
you
that.
won't do it.
I
You
can't
won't
do
do
that
it.
here.
That's
I'm
all
just
it is
saying
to
I can't do it here. I just can't do that here. I can do that somewhere else. I just can't do that on this particular platform. On the women wifely weekly thing, I can do that there. But I can't do it as harshly as you men want me to do it. Then that you definitely wouldn't get any reception if you did it as harshly. You know you need to lose weight. You know you need to do this. You know you need to do that. Of course, these women know how to do these things. Or they know they need
HQ,
HQ. Look at your go ahead.
HQ. Hey, don't just tell them about Weight Watchers. If they need to lose weight, tell them to tune in to Stillmatic Health and Wellness also.
still.
Even if you try to be sweet though, man, even if you try to come with all the sugar and honey on that medicine in the world, you're gonna get cursed out, man.
I know, but it still needs to be said. This needs to be said over there. On this platform, this is just a general family, marital, trying to get together, trying to see both sides type platform. This is not the platform where I come on and say, look, we really need to get into the exercise. We really need to get into the not saying no to certain things, not saying no to sex, not saying no to relationships, being out in the clubs. That's that particular thing that I want to do. But over here, I'm trying to get people together.
I try to come straight down the line too, HQ. I try my best to come at it straight down the line. Right. See, Black got the elbow pads on. He got the skates laced up to the top.
I can't do the boot thing, Black America.
Into the side rail.
I can't do the boot thing, Black America. I can't give him the boot to the face. You like doing that. You do that, and I appreciate you in every way that you do that.
His message gonna reach somebody.
Listen. I don't like doing it, right?
I can't be that.
Yeah, I don't like doing it, but that's why I go to the gym every damn day. That's why I work out all the time, because when I tell somebody to do something and there's some pushback, there has to be consequences and repercussions. If not, see, none of you guys, I don't know. I'm not going to say none of you. So I'm going to take that back. Most people don't go where I go to talk to people. Y'all not out where they giving people medicine for drug overdoses and shit like that. And you got heroin addicts on the floor. Right. Yeah, you none of y'all is doing that. Y'all not going out where the kids is toting heat. Now I'm talking about 13, 14-year-olds. Right. Y'all not going out where the gangbangers are. Y'all don't do that. So for me, when I go into a place, I have to be on point. It has to be a level of respect. Mm-hmm. I'm a short dude. I'm 5'8". You know what I mean? And I'm old. I can't do shit that I used to do. So it has to be quick and it has to be painful.
So there's a certain level of weight you have that you carry though when you go to those spaces that I don't have, because I haven't built up. I don't have that rapport in those communities to do the same thing. Because me and you could go there and try to do the same thing. It's not going to come off the same way with me as
They
it
would
will
eat you
it will
alive.
do. Because I'm like, yeah, I was in the military, brother. Yeah, brother. They'd be like, oh yeah. Then I walk to my car. Man, get this.
See the
I was trying to help.
the level in which you see me. I notice people say, "Well, I do the windmill thing," but it's not a matter of windmilling. It's a matter of I don't want to offend. I was just raised by nuns. It's a knee jerk thing not to offend people and offend women, and regardless of their
some of the
behavior.
most sinister people on the planet.
What?
So I want to say this.
I was raised by
HQ,
nuns.
right now,
when I
you
went to Catholic school.
right,
And we were
right
and
now
we were,
you're in a male.
we were raised to be demure, raised to not be rah-rah, raised to not offend people. I mean, really strictly that way. So I try not to offend. It's a completely different character when I get over there on single and I be on my channel. Completely different character. But this is the character, this is my personality that I'm trying to bring out on this panel. And it's not to be offensive because I cannot, it's just difficult for me to be that way, right? And to say you're fat. Right.
So I want to say this. So that's where G Honda and Jay were saying it seems like it's a little bit disingenuous because we've seen you over there acting a plumb fool, right? We've seen you over there. Everything you say is against the men. It's always the man's fault. It just now it looks like it's like we have a saying in this space calling you a chameleon and things like that. It seems like you flip flop. Right.
No, it's
and
just
then with you,
I try to be on all sides. I try to be on every side. But we mostly talk about women. So I try to be the opposite of what Mr. Walker and them be. I try to be opposite of that. Or I try to give the other point of view. It's not necessarily that I don't believe that.
You are be so wrong.
You are in a male. So let me say this. You are in a male-centered space. Okay. Most of the men that come up is men. Most of the men that are listening to you in the chat is men. You have 5 women over there and you got 25 men. I don't know. I'm just saying, for instance. So me and you can sit down and watch the football game and you can actually tell the truth from your perspective, but you don't need to give pushback on my perspective. So what I'm saying is if we both see a girl twerking in the street, right? We can both, you can say she's twerking in the street. Why is she doing that? And I'm going to say she looked like a hoe. I'm just trying to wait till the back of her dress come up so I can see what color panties she got on. You can still give it. Yeah, buddy. You know what I mean? But you can give it. You can give it from a woman's point of view. You can give it from a woman's point of view, but you can still be like objective and not just say, well, no, you guys are wrong. You guys can't take it like that. That's why all of us are looking at you right now, because the tone that you came in with today is kind of crazy. That's why I said it's going to be interesting.
I'm me over there. It's a perspective of we're primarily presenting women, and we're primarily presenting women and why they're asking for what they're asking for, and they don't have the right to ask for what they ask for. So me being the person that I am, I'm always trying to give a different perspective. Not necessarily that I am against men. I'm not against men. What you see, the content you see me presenting here is me. This is the content. This is me. I believe in the respect for men, and I believe in the respect for women. I just can't make the distinction of I want to respect men more as opposed to respecting women more. I'm just trying to present both sides because I believe both sides are good. I have, to my soul, I don't believe that the bulk of women are bad and the bulk of men are bad. I don't believe that at all.
So
I won't ever call women 304s because
you don't have to. The number speaks for itself, HQ. You don't have to do any of that.
Okay.
So what you're doing right now, you
So
just
I'm
using
saying
a
today was how I really felt about respecting men. Today was how I really felt about respecting men. This is the true me.
Okay. You can, but see, it's a huge wedge between what you feel and what's real. And normally, what you speak and what are you consistent with?
Mhm.
That's what it actually is.
Right.
If you are consistent on something, that's what it is. So if you continually speaking on a certain, action that women partake in, and then somebody hears you this one time, you talking about respect for men, I'm like, well, wait, do you?
No, I mean, I
That's
just cannot.
that's what I said.
Right. I mean, I just cannot. You've never heard me denigrate women over here. Have you heard me denigrate men over here?
I
I've
never
never did.
said you did.
Over here,
No,
I
no.
never
no,
I'm just
said.
saying. I'm just
I
no.
saying.
never
You've
said.
never heard me
I'm
denigrate men over here or women because I
no
try not to
HQ.
do either one.
It's not saying what you did or what you didn't do. It's saying it's laying a precedent of saying that okay, how can one be for something
Mhm.
but not be for every realm of it? You can't be for something and leave out a particular facet that plays an intricate part.
Well, see, here's the
That's what
thing.
I'm saying.
I can compartmentalize that kind of behavior. Let's put it that way. I can put
What?
women's
Come on.
I can put women's behavior in that category and not judge them on it and say that's a particular time she did that or didn't do that. I can look at a person and say, well, maybe they're not that particular way. Maybe that was just presented at that particular time that particular way. I just try not to judge people on one facet of their personality, and I just don't see the bulk of women being 304. I just don't see that. So therefore, me addressing all women as though they're 304s, I just have a hard time doing that because I don't believe all of them are like that.
So
But I'm
so
saying,
I got a question. So go ahead, Gianni.
oh no, you
I
got it, you
see the
got it.
Go ahead,
good.
because
I
you
just see the good
so
first before I see the bad behavior. I
okay,
see the good first as a human being first. I
okay,
respect them first. That's
okay,
all.
all right.
I
Fairy
just
tales and lollipops. So I got a question. All of these women that you have seen on
yes.
these videos doing all of these behaviors, right?
Mhm.
Over the last what year, 6 months to a year.
Year, year.
How do you feel about these things that you see that show that y'all had the other night where the girls were stuck in the zoo, like, and then everybody was acting a fool? How do
Right.
you feel? And then I don't see how you're not saying that this is not the majority of black women
Because I
doing this, because all we don't see no white bitches getting stuck in the zoo and fighting with the police and
yeah,
wearing boxer shorts.
but I don't see that behavior I don't see that behavior in my real life. So it's difficult. So I see this stuff online. I don't see not nail one woman that I know acts like that. All the women I know
You
are
know why?
people I work with,
You know
the people
why?
I see on the show. I've never seen that behavior
Right,
before, except online.
right. So I am the poorest one of my friends, right? Like literally, all of my friends are have vast. They got bread, right? I'm the poorest one of my friends. So when they come, when one of them would come to my house that I had before, he was like, "How the fuck do you live over here?"
Mhm.
Because that's where I'm not where I'm from actually, but I'm comfortable in every strata. I can
Mhm.
go all the way up to the top and go have a dance and a drink with the mayor, or go down there where the dope fiends are.
Right.
So it and everything in between. So just because you don't see it, I'm sorry, HQ. What you see on the internet now, because I am out living in the world, it's
Mhm.
actually real life. It's real life. I walked into a store I got off work. I walked into a store. I had my work clothes on, my coveralls and boots. I walked in the store. I said, "Hello, ladies." It was two ladies in there. Girl was like, "Ooh, Dusty." Like, whoop, whoop. Yeah, I was like, "Oh," like that. So the girl
Right.
behind the counter, she was like, so I come out the store. They sitting on my motorcycle taking pictures.
Mm.
Yeah, y'all need to move so I can. Oh, this your bike, bitch. I was Dusty 45 seconds ago.
Mm.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like what's going on the internet, like what you see on the internet,
Mhm.
it's real to true life. It
Mm.
is. It's sad, but it's real.
See, I must be very pampered because I have never, because I just have I don't know. I just have never run into a woman that speaks like that. I've never run into a kid that speaks like that. So it's difficult for me to say, oh, okay, well, shit, this shit happen all the time. And then I can actually confirm that this is what happens. So for me, it doesn't happen. So when people say all women are like that, I'm like, no, because I've never run across women who do that. I haven't run across women who do this. I haven't run across women who talk like that. Right. So if that's not my experience, I can't just condemn all women. I see it on the dating, I see it on the shows, but I don't even see terrible, terrible, terrible women on the shows. I just see misguided women, right? Misguided women on Kendra shows. I don't see terrible, jacked up women on shows. I see terrible, behavior, but does that really
Do you
mean
do you
that?
do you, do you see women who are overweight asking for something that you don't think is obtainable?
Yes, on date Kendra's, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so then how is that not horrible?
How is that not horrible?
It's how, and that's what I'm asking you. How is it not horrible? That is horrible for to you. If I'm homeless
Mm-hmm.
and I'm living in my car, how am I not going to how am I not going to strive to do better? But I'm going to keep asking for so much from
Mm-hmm.
every other person. You see what I mean? And that's what keeps on happening. These women keep on saying, "Oh, I need this and I need that and I need this and I need that." But you're not you don't, and I know what you say, you can't stop a woman from wishing what they want for or something like that. But it's not right, HQ. It's not right. I want a man who's six figure and in shape, but she 300 pounds with a 4 pack of kids to come
Mm-hmm.
along with.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I
You
get all
know,
that. I get that particular aspect of it. I'm not saying my worldview is the right worldview, and these people don't exist in the other world. But I know people exist like that. I'm saying, is it the bulk of us? Is it the bulk of us? But
yes.
don't we all? But don't we all
Yes.
ask for the impossible and we dream? These women, just because these women are like they are, do you mean to tell me they can't dream? They can't want what they
Yes,
want, even though
not
you can't
not
change
if they
that.
don't want to be not if they don't want to be eating cat food when they're your age. You're older. Listen, you're older and you're smarter. Do you run across younger women that are as smart as you? Like, let's be honest for a second. Do you in mass, do you run across younger women that are as smart as you?
Yes, younger women are way more savvy than I ever could be.
I didn't say savvy because then that's bringing in the context of business. I'm saying, do you meet women in your day to day that are as smart as you?
Well, it's very rarely that I meet young women. So I meet mostly women my
So,
age. So
okay. So that's the problem because once again, me and you, us, we half a hundo, we pass our prime.
right.
The men that are trying to date, mate, and take out these women, they have to deal with all of these bad women. They got to deal with all of these rejects. So with that being said, you can't. I just think you're out of touch. You're out of touch
Maybe
with it.
I
It'd be
am.
like you.
I mean, maybe I am because
Yeah,
I don't, you know, I don't see these type of people. I don't see these type of people. I'm not saying they don't exist. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't, let me correct myself. I don't run across these type of people. I don't run across people who are so desperate for that kind of attention or desperate for that kind of man or desperate for that kind of thing. I don't run across those people. So therefore, I'm more isolated. Maybe I'm more isolated, and maybe I am out of touch. Maybe that is the point, the whole point
Yeah.
of it all. But I cannot. I cannot. I understand what you all are saying. What you all are saying is these women have to be called out. They have to be called out for their bad behavior. I get all that. I get that. But I'm not trying to call
HQ.
out men or women. Right?
HQ, I want to challenge you to do something, right? Because once again, I know you're not that damn busy. I know you a little busy, but I know you're not that busy. I want you to find a place to go to brunch where they are having bottomless mimosas, right? Or I want you to go to a place. I was gonna say the club, but that might be a little bit too much. So just try to go to a place where they're having bottomless mimosas or any gathering where there is going to be women, but these are going to be the young women. So when they look at you, they're going to be like, ooh, the old bitch done came in. That's what they say, right? They, ooh, my God, a senior citizen then walked up in here with us. So, but I want you to go and just observe and see how they interact with other people, because until you actually know what these younger people are doing, you have no idea you don't have any idea.
But see, I've never been a young person. I've never been, you know what I'm saying? I've never been a young person.
And so then that doesn't give you any experience to have any conversations about what's actually happening. You've been married before, right?
I can't speak on those women. I don't see those women. So I can't speak on those women. Only thing I can do is speak on what I know as an adult human being. I've seen women, I've ran across women years ago that had issues, that had problems, but I don't know the regular, everyday, average girl that walks in the door that is like selling her body for a place to stay, or selling her body for what she's doing that for. I mean, I've never ran across those type women. No. So no, I couldn't have a conversation with them because they don't want to have a conversation with me. So
it's because you guys are on two different planes, right? Mm-hmm. You guys are on two different planes. And y'all just flying past each other. So yeah, why you need to try to befriend. I wouldn't know. So let me take that back, because that's definitely the wrong thing to do.
Like go out there and get in the club and put some dresses on and shit like that. No.
That's why I said like a place where they're doing like bottomless mimosas. And just see the interaction of how these young women act, and then come back and tell us what you think. You know what I mean? Come back and tell us your experience, because you were married for a long time, right? Like you said, you didn't get a chance to be young. You started having kids young. You got married young. You're a mom and a wife, and now you're working and stuff like that. You didn't get a chance to do all of these things. So you don't, and then now you in the front rows of the plane where you got more leg room, and everybody that's in the back of the plane smoking weed, you've never even seen them. You don't even know those people because they in the back of the plane. Go find some back of the plane people and just observe. Just look like you at the zoo looking at some animals. They just go look at them like you're looking through glass at the zoo, like some animals. And I'm telling you, it's going to be an interesting experience for you.
Well,
So,
I'm always asked to come to certain, gatherings and things like that. And I'm not that type person, so I don't go. But these are younger people who ask me to go, or younger people that I always decline because I know that I'm not going to fit in that way because I'm just too square for that. But I've been asked to do those kind of things. So
go.
Maybe that might be
You
an
can do something
experiment that I might do.
Yeah, you might need to do that, or something as simple as go to a concert. Take you some earplugs, but go to go find like a Keith Sweat concert, or go find a concert, because I tell you what, where you're at in life right now versus where I'm at, it's a huge difference, right? Now, I look at people that are younger than me, and the difference is dramatic, right? So it's like, oh, I'm only 10 years older than you. It's not that much. I'm only 4 years older than you. It's not that much. It is a huge difference in the way people are interacting. And
I think it's a huge difference between how people respect each other too. Respect each other, because I've heard that. I've heard it on different panels. Disrespect in that regard. That was my whole subject tonight, was the disrespect that I saw between the sexes, but specifically the women who disrespect the men, who don't know how to respect the men. So you're saying to me it's a lot of disrespect, and I need to see that.
No, what I'm saying is the women don't have to respect men anymore. Our women, they don't. They absolutely don't. If a woman has a problem with a man, she can call the police on that man, and they can remove that man. So it's other men that are going to come do. If a woman needs her tire changed, if she has the money to do it, she can go find another man to do it. It has slowly eroded the use of having a single solitary man in your space as a woman. So what do I have to respect you for? The problem is women don't understand, for the most part. Respect goes up. Respect doesn't come down.
Right.
I've never met a woman that can beat me arm wrestling. And in the world of men, might makes right. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
So if you can't beat me at anything, me and one of my ladies had an argument the other day, and we looked up every sport trying to find that a woman could beat a man at. The only thing we found?
Ballerina or water sports?
Nope.
What?
Nope. Horseback riding.
Oh yeah. Haberdashery.
Horseback riding. Equestrian sports are the only things that women can beat men at. And it's unfortunate. You don't have to respect us anymore. You get your own money, fine. You can buy your own house, fine. You can get somebody to change your tire or come in and change your hot water heater. But like I said, most women are not as smart as you. And if they ever did,
I hate
that
for us, though. I hate that for us. I hate that for us.
The problem is your generation, the smart generation of women. Because you don't have to have respect for men anymore.
I heard it in the chat. I'm going to sit down with my daughter. My two daughters are moving here, right? They're moving here this Friday. I have two other daughters, but two daughters are moving here. They're the youngest ones. So I'm going to have a conversation. I'm going to see if I can have a conversation with all of them, because they're different. They're sort of different, almost different generation, but they're not, because they're in their 30s. So I'm going to sit down and have a conversation with them. Am I understanding this correctly, or is what you all are saying correct? Is the dating pool trash and it just is completely trash and there's no saving it? Or can it be saved in some way, shape, or form? Am I looking at it wrongly? Because I want to see the best. I think we are the most imaginative group of human beings ever to set foot on this planet. Black men and black women, the same. I don't look down on us at all. I love being black. I love the things we do, the degenerate things we do, the good things we do. I love everything about being black and what we do. So I don't see us as I don't see negativity. All I see is imagination. Some people going by the wayside. I get it. But I don't see all of that badness that we can do. I see so much promise in all of these people. Okay. You put that imagination to work, we could do so many things. And I'm just an optimistic person like that. I get up every day and say, the world is a beautiful place. I love to be here. I love being alive. I love the people. I love whatever and however, right? So I don't see negativity. When people say 304s, I don't see 304s. I just don't see people like that. When people say Pookie, that's just a name people give a man. I don't think of it any man. I respect men completely.
No. When we say Pookie, it is when guys call people Pookie, it is completely derogatory. It's like calling somebody a bitch ass nigga. When you call them Pookie, it is the same thing. It's completely derogatory. It has nothing to do with nothing. Like, it's disrespect to the fullest. Because if I look at a man and call him, that's why I can't call Cam Newton a Pookie. You know, that's why I call Nick Cannon a Pookie. You can call these guys Pookies, but these guys are multi-millionaire. They worked hard at their craft, and they've been doing in their same field for years, and they have become expert at it. Pookie isn't an expert at anything, and he's a nobody. You know what I mean? So what you got, and that's how you judge it.
Right. And I don't like to judge people. I like to y'all don't see it the way I see it. I see potential. I see creativity. I see beauty. I see all of those things. I don't see all of this is negative and all of this is this. I mean, I just don't see that way. People's like, how do you get up and be so optimistic? Because I can, because that is just me, right? And I want to help people any way I can. And when it to call people Pookies and those kind of things, it's like I'm making their ego or busting their ego or treating them unfairly. I just don't. It's like foreign to me to speak that way. It's just foreign to me to speak that way about women and men. And I get it. People think of 304s and Pookies. I get it. I do. But I just don't. It's foreign to me. Let me put it that way. And I'm not the only person. I can't be the only person like this. So when they say, well, you should call women out, I can't, because I don't see that ugliness that you see. I see creativity, I see beauty in these people.
Well, you, once again, are from a different generation of what people are actually doing. So, and like I said, I understand that people in our generation, we Gen Xers, people in our generation are not wholly as bad. People in these other generations, I'm telling you, we need to bring back the extension cords and the Hot Wheel tracks, because these people have no sense of bearing. They have no direction. And even if you try to give them direction, they don't have to take it. They don't have to take it because the women are living off the government titty. Women are getting Section. They working at Walmart, got a 4-bedroom house. They living on Section 8, get food stamps, got 4 or 5 kids. So they can pay everything that they need to pay and not have to listen to nobody, and still get to go to the club and have a drink on the weekend because they done braided somebody's hair or sold some goddamn pain pills or something like that. So, like I said, what we did when we were younger and what you did when you were younger versus what these people do right now. Like I said, go to a place where they having bottomless mimosas or something like that, where
I'm gonna have a mother and daughter night with my daughters because I have two. You know,
they're
I
not
have
gonna keep
two
it
that
real
don't
with
have
you.
Huh?
They're not gonna keep it real with you.
Oh yeah, they will. They will. They say I encourage them to say. I encourage them to say whatever they need to say to me. I encourage them to express themselves. Well, mom, I don't feel like, you know, I should have sex with this person. Or mom, I encourage my son. My sons are very open with me too, mom. I mean, my son when he was 17, you know what? I like having sex with these women, but should I wear a condom? Not a problem. You know, these are discussions I have with my children. I want you to be upfront and honest. As long as we're an adult, I'm an adult, you're an adult. So I have a conversation with an adult, not a kid. So I'm going to have a conversation with my children that are 30 and 31 and 32 and 33 and how old are they old? And then we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Do you think most women are 3 or 4? I'm going to ask them, do you think most women are trashy or hoish or whatever?
No. So that's not the question you should ask them. Because because the way you raise them, right? Mm-hmm. They're not going to be able to answer that in a truthful and a truthful manner either. The question is, mm-hmm. Do you think that the women now today are more loose than the women in the past? Mm-hmm. Because you can't say trashy. You can't say trashy because that's an automatic saying either you're a good person or you're a bad person. It's automatically directing towards a derogatory manner.
So
right?
I should say something about loose sexually. Do you think women are more loose
sexual and intelligence and things of that nature? You have to frame it, like I said, with you being their mother, mm-hmm. and the way that you have put into your kids. More than likely, some of you have rubbed off on them damn kids. Yeah. Right. So you need to approach it like that. Them motherfuckers are smart, just like you. They probably assholes. They probably do asshole shit like you too. They probably look down on their nose at people. You know, they probably.
I'm just saying I was raised by nuns, very reserved.
Right.
That way, all my school years, I was I went to school. Nuns taught me. So I
give you
that way. I
give you 2 weeks. You're gonna be paying for an apartment for them to get the fuck out.
No, they're not moving in with me. Because hell no, they ain't moving.
Okay.
They moving in with each other. They moving in with each other. They ain't moving in with me. Ain't nobody moving in with me.
Y'all better go get some peroxide and Band-Aids. Y'all better go get some peroxide and Band-Aids. Because there's going to be furniture moving around there.
I'm going to have a conversation this weekend. When they get here, I'm going to have a conversation with them.
That's good. Take notes. Because I would like to know.
Because my son, he is always these holes. So I'm going to have a conversation with him too. Right?
Exactly, because my kids are, the same age as your kids, right? Mm-hmm. Ranging from what we got, 35 all the way down to 7. My baby is 7,
right? So
that I know of, right? So, my daughters get mad because one of them will come to the house. Hey, daddy, let me borrow your truck, and she'll have a friend with her. And be like, "Ooh, girl, your daddy fine," and this, that, and the other. And she'd be like, "Don't do that because my dad'll fuck you." Like my dad doesn't care,
right?
And then he'll go home and meet your mama, and you'll be mad that your mom would. So she knows,
right,
to try and keep the peace. You know what I mean? But like I said, it'll be interesting. It'd be interesting in what they say.
I'm going to have these conversations this week because I don't want to say I'm out of touch. I am. For the one thing I'm spot on with is women who want to be, or women, how to be that wife that you need to be. I'm spot on with that. This other stuff, of course, I'm navigating these things. And do I really need to have judgment for these women? Do I really need to tell them how it is as opposed to not? I'm going to ask my daughters, would it be better to be very blunt with the women as opposed to not being blunt? I want to have a conversation with them and find out, what am I doing and what could I be doing better than what I'm doing? Okay. And not my son, I'm going to have a conversation with him because he's the oldest and see, hey, son, what do you think of the women out here? And is it the bulk of women or is it what is it? Please give me your opinion on that, even though I have to text him and maybe video chat him and find these things out because I want to know. But today's show, as I said, was about respecting the man. And I wholeheartedly believe that because I do. In every way, shape, or form. I do. Respect his judgment, respect his abilities, respect to him in public, respect on all phases. I try to do that. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there for the women. Communicate correctly, respect in public, respect with communication in public. That's a real big one. Respect in public is a big one. Respecting what he can, respecting his authority. All of these things, I truly believe that. I don't want people to go away thinking I don't believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. I was raised that way, to respect all people though. So it's difficult for me to say, be rah-rah and say, you should be doing that. When I did that on Single by Choices and I did that on my dating pool role, those are things I did as my character, my persona for that particular
your alter ego, huh?
Yes. But when I talk to you about men on this channel and I talk to you about women in the wives thing, this is Renee, you call me Rennie. This is what I really feel because I really have respect for people and I want people to have respect for other people. So it's kind of difficult to say, and Jihanna, goddamn it, I can't stand your ass. Every time you come on the panel, you derail me and you get me to thinking weird shit about what you talking about. And I'm like, no, this is what I really. So
I have a question for you then. I have a question for you. So if you came up and was talking about respect, that's what was the initial conversation.
Yes.
Are you seeing a lack of respect? Are you seeing a lack of respect or just that video with the police and all of that stuff? Is that what kind of triggered this whole conversation?
No, the panels I have been on, the women in the chat have been very, have went in on men, been disrespectful to men. Men have been disrespectful to women. So I said, well, maybe I'll have a show about respecting the man because that's my first go-to in order to start the conversation of respecting each other. So that's why I did this one. All right. It wasn't a matter of trying to placate to men or anything. It was just a matter. This was the first one I thought about. We need to have more respect for each other. And this is the first one I wanted to speak about. That's all.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump down. It seemed like it's been me and your show for the last half an hour. Everybody left. So I'm going to go ahead and jump down and let you finish doing what you got.
America. Thank you. Thank you. So let me read the super chats. Mr. Walker, $5 super sticker. Thank you. Ty, member for a month. So what actually makes a 304 HQ? I hate that. Jay Walker, member for 1 month. Ninja watching. Single by Choice, $10. Stand on business. HQ, fight back. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Mr. Walker, $2. Windmill power. Activate. Why you always say I'm windmilling? It's not. It's sometimes I say sometimes I say what I really feel, and sometimes I say what's appropriate to, or the opposite. No, sometimes I say what I really feel, and sometimes I give pushback. and it seems like I'm windmilling. So maybe that's it. Okay. But I'm not really, you know, trade $9.79, $1.99. Stop ninja, stop jump. You ninja, stop jumping HQ. Well, thank you, Trey. Thank you. Mr. Walker, $5. G Honda is a bully and a knock-kneed, slew-footed, discombobulated type. He just get up here and just be saying all, and I'll be like, I don't even know, because it's always coming from a different place. I don't know. I apologize, G Honda. I apologize, Jay, if I jumped down you all's throat. I was very defensive at the beginning. I know how to admit that, because I thought you were talking about me, but you weren't, and I derailed. No, let me pull it back. I derailed the conversation, and I didn't mean to do that. I apologize to you two gentlemen. I really do. Project Leroy, $5. Hello, Leroy. Hello, Leon. HQ, I know you had checked your late husband on some stuff that would drive you crazy. No, I did not. Even though the issue is small, you still did it out of love for him. Yes, but as I'm talking now, this is how I talk to my husband. I never got out of pocket. I never disrespected him. I hate to disrespect people. This is a part of my persona. I have been attacked, not on this show, but I have been attacked on other shows at particular points. And it was difficult for me to say something back, because my instinct is not to attack people. That's my instinct, and it's my instinct not to call people 304s and Pookie. It's my instinct not to do that. So that's a part of my problem, and not what I told you. I am a work in progress. I am sorry, but this show was about respecting men, and I gave you 4 of those. There's plenty more. Respecting his judgment, his abilities, what he's accomplished. Respect in communicating with him. Respecting him in public. These are the respects that I wanted you all to understand. Disrespects too. A man wants respect. He will live with respect and live without love. That's wild to me, because I'm a woman, but it happens. Back to the flicks. $6.99. I respect people who deserve to be respected. I respect you. Thank you. And I apologize earlier for you and G Honda coming up and me derailing the conversation. But I hope you all understand, I respect men. As I speak to you, this is how I speak to men. Because I want to be respected. I want to be respected, and I want them, and I want to respect them. There's never going to be a world in which I denigrate or disrespect a man in any way, or a woman in any way. I'm just not built like that. It's not easy for me to say certain things. As I stated, I can be freer when I talk to, on another show, and freer when I do the dating pool roast. But this is me. When I have these shows with you at 6 o'clock, this is me. Respecting everyone, female and male. So I hope that, I didn't offend. I didn't want to offend anyone. I wanted to have a good conversation. I want people to come over and feel that they can say whatever they want to say, except G Honda. Don't come over here. I thank you all for the show tonight and the super chats. Thank you all. Thank you. And I'll be back Wednesday.